Hello, I want to talk about Tolkien's Mythology for England. I have been reading his books for 20 years now. I've read a whole lot. So I wanted to start doing videos talking about my love for Middle-earth on all things Tolkien. I want to start out by reading from letter 131. Just get Tolkien's own words, through his own mouth, his purpose for writing this. It says, I am not learned in the matters of myth and fairy story, however, for in such things, as far as known to me, I have always been seeking material, things of a certain tone and air, and not simple knowledge. Also, and here I hope I shall not sound absurd, I was from early days grieved by the poverty of my own beloved country. It had no stories of its own, bound up with its tongue and soil, not of the quality that I sought, and found as an ingredient in legends of other lands. It was Greek and Celtic, and Romance, Germanic, Scandinavian, and Finnish, which greatly affected me, but nothing English save impoverished chapbook stuff. Of course there was, and is, all the Arthurian world, but as powerful as it is imperfectly naturalized, associated with the soil of Britain, but not with English, and does not replace what I felt to be missing. One thing, its fairy is too lavish and fantastical, incoherent and repetitive. For another, and more important thing, it is involved in and explicitly contains the Christian religion. Something that his stories also have in them. A lot of Christian themes. I might go over some of those in future videos. But yeah, his purpose was to create a mythology for England, because they had none. Whatever they had was destroyed in 1066 when the Normans invaded. And so, right after, or during World War II, right? World War I, I should say, right towards the end there, and he was writing his notes and coming up with all this stuff. He wrote a story. It would be a framing narrative for what he wanted to write, which was called the Book of Lost Tales, which started with Ariel, who was a mariner from mainland Europe, who went and sailed to Tol Eressëa, where the elves lived, and heard from them their true history. And, in all this, Tolkien equated a lot of places in Tol Eressëa with places in England, places he was familiar with, and Tol Eressëa would become England. Of course, later he changed it and made Ariel Eowyn, who was a mariner from England, who went to the island of Tol Eressëa and heard from the elves their true history. This all goes back to, basically when he started doing all this stuff, started about 1913 when he came across the poem Christ, in Anglo-Saxon, and he saw the name Arundel, and wanted to figure out who this was. So he made him a mariner. Ariel was, of course, descended from him. So that's what set the stage for all of this. The Rohirrim in his stories are basically the Anglo-Saxons if they had horses, because they did not. The Normans did. That's how the Normans were able to win Battle of Hastings, because they had horses. The Anglo-Saxons did not. If they had, they may have won. So that's pretty much the gist of all of it. And as we know, he later wrote Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. How much of Eowyn he retained in later years, because he was still writing about him, I believe. And so I don't know if he really quite abandoned this idea for Mythology for England. But there you go. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about today in this video. I will do more. I do want to do videos about the elves and their culture, stuff he did write about. Most people don't know about this stuff. A super fan would probably know. Not saying that I am, but, you know, those super fans that Amazon tried to peddle were... No, I don't think so. But yeah, so if you like this video, please like it and subscribe for more content. I hope to be posting more. I do have several ideas for videos, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I will talk to you all later.